That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people is just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
The only thing is this, so we just put it off when we're off,
Yeah.
and we put it on when we're on.
Yeah.
And so we're going that's when we go live. And then we get muted between the breaks.
Okay.
Furthermore, wind's a bit nasty up here.
It is a bit breezy, but you've got the windsock on it, so.
Malaysia versus, well, this is the over 50s.
Games are slowing to one after a while.
So many. Are you covering all of them today?
Yeah. Literally from 8 o'clock till 6 p.m.
Oh.
Straight up all by myself. So you're very welcome to join.
Cheers.
Never understood how well they have a language of their own. You literally travel like 90 miles and it's a different country.
Yeah, yeah. I only speak one word of Welsh, so.
Oh, okay. Well, like the signs, like all the road signs just start changing, and you know, like,
some of the names you gotta have.
and you gotta like pronounce it properly. You gotta say. I've been to Cardiff with you guys.
You play yourself?
I played many moons ago. I cricket more my sport, so fire garden.
I play cricket as well.
Yeah.
I used to live in Joburg years ago.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for you.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love the country, love the people. Just dangerous as hell.
No, 100%. I'll tell you a good story. So, first time in Cardiff, just get off the train at about 10 in the evening, get to the hotel, and I'm really hungry. It's about 11 p.m. or something, and we asked the receptionist at the hotel, like, is there any place that you can get something to eat at this time of the night?
Yeah.
That was before I knew about Chippy Lane. And she goes, well, it's a bit dodgy to go down there this time of the night and all of that. And she looks at our passport, and then she goes, where are you guys from? She looks at our passports. She's like, you guys will be alright.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I was like, what is that about? She's like, no, I lived in Cape Town for a bit after uni. You guys will be fine.
So did that, and then went back to the UK to do my degree in sport.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Injured myself second week at university and ended my sports career for a while. So.
Oh, right. Yeah, I studied sport as well and enjoyed it. So I'm actually a cricket reporter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. So this is just like a side. I'm in so the Proteas in India, I'm doing press conferences via Zoom on my phone while I'm commentating.
Oh, brilliant.
Long.
Yeah.
Screw.
1, 2.
The last game was the USA and
I caught the last part of it. One got.
so literally the last 3 minutes, the rest of it was just dire. Jeez. Everybody's just sitting back waiting, whereas the other two, three were like really good. So there you go. So, the game is just like very long. So they go chuckers, break, half time, chuckers, break. So the whole game can go about 90 minutes. Welcome back to the World Masters Hockey World Cup for 2022. It is Zion Adams here, and he is joined by Nick Riddles all the way from Wales for this exciting clash between Wales and Malaysia. Welcome, Nick. Wonderful to have you here.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for having me. It's an absolute joy to be back in South Africa. Absolutely beautiful part of the world. If you've never been here, you must join. You must come down here. It is absolutely incredible.
Cape Town is showing off today with that monstrosity of a mountain over there, Nick.
Yeah.
Just providing the perfect backdrop. But we are underway. It's Wales in their traditional red outfits, playing from the left to the right hand side of your screens, up against Malaysia in their yellow and black. Nick, and this Welsh outfit, what can you tell us about them? Obviously travelled all the way over here, looking forward to an action-packed week ahead.
Definitely, the boys have been training hard, getting in the hard miles, getting ready prepared for this. Absolutely everyone has been looking forward to this. It's been the highlight of our year. Had a couple of warm-up games in the home nations, and yeah, now it's the serious stuff. Now it's the big time.
That's really good to hear. I mean, as we know, it's an over 50 event, and these guys still keeping active and playing regularly in the leagues as well back home.
Definitely. The fitness levels of these guys is absolutely incredible. When you think, 50 years old, and some of these guys are fitter than 18, 19-year-olds they're playing with week in, week out.
No, yeah, definitely. We've also seen the skill levels already on display thus far. It's been a really good exhibition of hockey and teaching the youngsters a few things, definitely. And I'm sure this Wales side and Malaysian side will be looking to put on another exhibition for us this afternoon.
It's good use of the knowledge, the experience these guys have gained through all their years of playing hockey. They don't have to be the most skillful people in the world, but they know the positions, they know how to anticipate and where to be, so they can always cut out those skillful players.
And also just their calmness on the ball that we've seen. They don't get flustered very easily. They've been through the mill, as they say. They know where to be and when to be. So lots of calmness, lots of they enjoy playing the ball around the back as well, and not flustered.
Yeah, these guys have played together for quite a few years, so they know each other well, and they work together as a very cohesive unit.
And some interesting stories about the men over here. Surely lots of fascinating stories there from the boys.
I'm not going to kiss and tell about any of these guys out here.
What stays on tour stays on tour. It's only the first day. Well, I'm sure we'll get you back up here and to share a few more.
Yeah, definitely. As long as they don't overhear what I'm saying about them, that's fine. I've got another few weeks with them, so.
Or anybody back home.
Definitely.
Yeah, just quiet start to the game thus far. Just both teams just feeling each other out, looking for the long ball across the field, possibly just to create a bit of width early on in this game. It's really great to also just have these tournaments once again. We know what the world's been through over the last couple of years with COVID and all of that, and just with sport not happening all around the world, spectators not being allowed, and particularly us down here in South Africa, where we seem to just get the short end of the stick in that regard. But great to see, to welcome the world back to Cape Town.
It's great to be here. It's great to be able to travel again. But to be fair, you guys get to live in South Africa, so you've got a beautiful place. If you're going to get isolated anywhere, getting isolated down on Cape Town's coast, there's got to be, it's a hard life, but somebody's got to do it, I suppose.
Thanks, Nick, definitely. And the summer approaching, the southeaster just picking up though this afternoon. Just reminding us of why it's called the Cape Doctor. But definitely one of the most picturesque settings for any sports tournament.
Having this backdrop of these beautiful mountains behind the ground is just, it is one of the most picturesque places to come and play hockey. Absolutely beautiful. Slightly dangerous ball across there on the backhand into the D.
We've actually just had some really big global events down in Cape Town. It was the Rugby World Cup Sevens just a couple of weeks ago. That was a fantastic event down at Cape Town Stadium. The Stormers also winning the URC, beating a couple of Welsh sides along the way.
No comment.
So that was also quite pleasurable, and just getting spectators back into the grounds and the events, and just the atmosphere that it creates.
It is a completely different kettle of fish playing in front of an empty stadium. It's just something missing. And being able to watch sport on the TV is all well and good, but nothing beats actually being here, being live, being by a pitch, watching two fantastic teams playing together. There's nothing quite like live sport.
No, 100%, Nick. I couldn't agree more. we saw a British and Irish Lions series without any spectators, and what an epic series that was. And it unfortunately just not in front of people. But we've got spectators here. We have we see the Welsh dragon, the flags along the side of the field, very patriotically draped over the shoulders. So the young men and ladies they've travelled all the way, whether it's Cardiff or they've come down to Cape Town, and the Dragons will surely wanting to put on a show this week.
It's brilliant having some of the families coming with us, coming down and supporting the dads and grandparents. It's just always good to see the young people getting interested in hockey at a very young age. And yeah, we've just on the walk around the waterfront yesterday, we were making lots of friends, lots of South Africans there also wanting to cheer us on, to shake our hands as we walk through, which is always fantastic to see.
Definitely a hospitable nation, we like to call ourselves. But the boys in green weren't so hospitable this morning over their African neighbours, just defeating them 11-0.
Ouch.
So that was quite a start to the tournament. Equally, the Spaniards as well, downing the Alliance, a group of teams made up of South Africans and Ghanaians, getting an 11-0 scoreline there. So lots of goals this morning. Argentina beating Canada 2-0. And we've just seen the Americans stealing it to death over Singapore 1-0. So lots to play for these two sides. Lots have come before them, and definitely wanting to put on an exhibition as well.
Hopefully we're going to see a lot of goals today. As long as they're for Wales, that's what we're looking for. Not being biased in any way, shape or form.
I think Nick's still got his red shirt on here. He's forgotten the commentary box. He's an unbiased little... but we'll let that one slide. Malaysia on the ball here down the left hand side. Be interesting to see how they go about their game. Earlier Singapore a lot looking to just wait on any mistakes that the US made, whereas they look a lot more innovative, a lot more creative, wanting to play a bit more. The World Masters really is an event to be proud of. You've got over 35s, it's into the D, but not taken advantage of. You've got over 45s, you've got over 50s, you've got over 55s in the males and females division. And as I understand, it's over 2,000 people involved in this tournament, and that's a great exhibition for hockey at any level.
It is. It's fantastic to see so many teams from around the world converging here on South Africa to join in on this momentous occasion. Ball there played from outside the D, just straight through, keeper let it go. And Wales just passing it out from the back, opting to play on the ground a bit more than the Malaysians, who have thrown quite a few balls over the top coming out of there. Having said that, Wales try to chuck it over the top, and they win the free hit there.
It's amazing to see these guys throw overheads with such ease these days. When they started playing hockey, they must have started on grass, where throwing an overhead wasn't the easiest thing to do.
No, I can remember growing up, it was all upright sticks, everything on the ground, and throwing the aerials wasn't the easiest thing in the world. And back then, you couldn't play on the tomahawk, you couldn't play that reverse stick hit everyone uses so much. So for a lot of us older guys, it has been a learning curve adjusting to these new 3D skills. You'll see some of the tomahawks being used today. I'm pretty sure.
It's almost become the norm these days, just to go onto the back stick.
Yeah.
Where back in even in our day, I should say, Nick, I think we're roughly about the same age. You'd have to get your feet around it and get strong, and that's what the coaches would say.
Exactly. It's got to be strong. None of this backstick stuff.
It was considered lazy if you just had a backstick, but now it's very much the norm. We do a lot of schoolboys hockey as well, commentary. Very fortunate to have it live on YouTube, and every youngster he just gets back and has a full go on the backstick.
And that's what I've seen a lot of that in club hockey, that they favour the reverse tomahawk more than their forehand. And I've never really understood that, because really, as a right-hander, playing hockey's pretty much a right-handed sport. You should get most power from your open stick, but the majority of them, it's into the D, onto the reverse, and tomahawk.
I think it's just, as you say, in cricket has all the bat speed, you know, the swing that comes in. But it's always a 50-50 to me, whether you clear connection. Wales trying to play it into the D, but Malaysia do get away, and if good interception there though. I think if it evaded the Welsh defender there, Malaysia could have been in.
Definitely, just got the stick, just poked it out of play, but gave the boys enough time to the Welsh defence to get back and to get their shape back.
I do think one of the rule changes that these guys particularly enjoy, though, is as Malaysia though make their way into the D, spring push back, comes in, good defence, and they'll be able to launch their attack of their own. As I was saying, just one of the changes, the rule changes that these guys must enjoy is the rolling subs.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. It's always good to have a fresh pair of legs in, just to give yourself a little break. And Malaysia have got the ball in the D. Welsh goalkeeper comes out, makes the save, but still with Malaysia. Welsh defence are on the line, and there's a little bit of a push there by the looks of things by the Malaysian attacker, so Wales can break, and they break quickly, crossing the halfway line, and they could have an overload here. As they bring it forward, looking to go right. We've got the extra man here on the right as well, but they decide to go back to the left. Plenty of space out there. And Malaysia can bring it away, although nice little tackle there. Still with Malaysia though. Just holding them there, and I put it on a foot there, so Malaysia get the free hit.
It's been a bit of a cagey affair, the opening moments. Neither team being able to take advantage, and just a little basic error there by the Malaysian left half. He had acres of space to collect it, but unfortunately just bobbling off his stick. But he recovers well and wins the free hit.
I think that's one of the problems with the new modern sticks. The higher the carbon count, the bouncier it comes off. So whilst you're trying to cushion it, it's not that forgiving. So the ball will just bounce off, and you lose that little bit of control.
I do think though he still got one that he was playing with since 1985 though.
Ow.
He's taped it up a bit, so can't blame the equipment on that occasion.
Not like the good old wooden sticks you grew up playing with. So
yeah, it looks like he does have one of them. He's got it taped up. It's always these guys who have you always got your favorite. Probably got three in the kit bag, but always wanting to play with a favorite one, particularly if you're playing in a World Cup.
Yeah, it's a shame though they've changed the rules a bit. So your favourite sticks now have such a bend in them, you're not allowed to play with them. They're, I think it's a 25mm bow you're allowed at the maximum. I've still got a couple of sticks with a 40mm bow, so.
Just keep it there for practice.
Yeah, it scares goalkeepers when you're drag flicking with one of those.
And even just the way the drag flick has changed the game.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, if you remember, good old goalkeepers just logging, just laying down and waiting for the ball to hit them. No goalkeeper can try that now. It's going to be flying past his left shoulder.
And unless you know that they're going to strike it rather than drag, then yeah, keepers tend to stay on their feet a lot more nowadays.
Yeah, goalkeeper. Attackers and defenders at short corners just have so many options these days, and the armory and the speed at which they do drag flick, it's lightning.
It is, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because I have heard talk that they're looking at sort of revising penalty corners with drag flicks, because it is getting so dangerous for those players on the line. Yes, they have a lot of protection. They have the face guards.
Remember the days before the face guards?
I remember goalkeeping when you were having like cane pads rather than all the foam stuff.
I didn't want to give my age away, but I played goalkeeper and I started with cane pads.
As you said, you're probably about the same age as me, so yeah, I can remember playing in goal a couple of times using that cane stuff, and you look at it now and you were like...
And a breast pad that, you wouldn't want anything hitting that.
No. And you only allowed to just pat the ball down with a glove. You didn't have these high rebound foam ones. And that ball over the top, Malaysian striker, he's got the touch. Oh, There's contact there.
I think Wales fortunate to get away with that neck. Definitely the Malaysian centre forward getting first to the ball, and then the goalkeeper just taking him out along the way.
Well, luckily the umpires didn't see it that way, so Wales get away with it.
Could easily have been a hometown decision if we were in Cardiff there.
But again, Malaysia employing that ball over the top, and the Malaysian forward got away from the defender. And that's the second time Malaysia found their forward up there with a one-on-one with the keeper. And luckily for Wales, both times the Wales keeper's been there to snuff it out.
The wonderful part about this broadcast is the umpire can actually go back and watch it tonight on YouTube and just realise a little error there. But
no in-game reviews at the moment. So.
no reviews. Could be here all day if knowing these guys. But entertaining start. No goals as yet, but entertaining nonetheless. As Malaysia just stuck in their corner there. And here's an opportunity for Wales. 1-on-1 to the goalkeeper. He misses the first attempt. Will he have a second? And that's really disappointing there for Wales. It was a 1-on-1. And just when the pressure moment, the clutch moment arrived, just duffed the shot, unfortunately.
Just didn't quite get hold of it. Just the keeper to beat from just around the penalty spot, and just couldn't get the ball through the stick to get it away. And Malaysia have cleared out, and it's a long corner to Wales. But that's the closest Wales have come so far.
You could see his frustration. He knew there was a chance. He just hit the ground afterwards, knowing that could easily have been 1-0 to Wales. Chances both sides in the game thus far, but neither able to break the deadlock.
No, it's pretty evenly matched at the moment. It's a good game of hockey. Both teams are playing well here. One or two mistakes, but first game of the tournament, so that's to be expected.
Yeah, it's a long week of hockey. The legs needs to hold for the entire week. It's really it's lots of hockey to be played. Remembering we're using both AstroTurfs here at Hartley Vale, as that is the hooter for the first chukker, a goalless one, and we'll see you back in a few moments. World Cup for 22 clash between Wales and Malaysia. It's goalless here. It's Zahir Adams with Nick Reynolds, the resident Welshman, in the commentary box, and providing lots of insight into the boys from Wales. Remembering them in the red the famous red, playing from left to right, and Malaysia in their traditional yellow and black. No goals as yet, Nick.
No, but a couple of chances at both ends. Two for Malaysia, both snuffed out by the Welsh keeper, who has now taken a breather. The second keeper is on for Wales, and then one attempt at the Malaysian end, where unfortunately the Welsh striker just didn't quite get hold of it, and Malaysia were able to clear. But still, opportunities plenty to come. You know, we've got 3 chukkers to go. And Wales on the attack again, playing it down towards the left-hand side of the D. Entering the D now. Malaysia getting the tackle in. Wales think there was a bit of a stick tackle there, but the umpires have waved play on. And Malaysia coming away with the ball over the halfway line. Nice little turn there, but unfortunately I think it's just caught his foot. So free hit to Wales, who take it quickly and are advancing. Nice little turn by Wales. Get the free hit. Could have been a bit of an advantage, but and now Malaysia have got the free hit. Attempted aerial, didn't quite go the way he wanted to, so gifted it back to Wales, and Wales back on the attack again.
Much more positive start to the second chukker by Wales. They've looked to throw a few more men forward, but it is Malaysia who come away with the ball. They have been keen to throw either aerially or just on the ground, the long balls, in the hope with the high-lying, finding the high-lying striker. And they did on occasion in that first half, catching the Wales unawares. And they will be looking to repeat that dosage here in the second half.
The Welsh defenders do need to be aware of that high man, that high striker, and not get caught out by the ball over the top, which cuts out that defender and leaves the keeper one-on-one with the striker. They've got away with it twice, but there's only so many times that you can ride your luck with that, I'm afraid. Yeah, the boys from the Valley did have a nice little training session this morning, just to sort of ease their legs out, practice their short corner routines, just to get the blood pumping a little bit after that long flight down. Most of them coming directly down from London after driving down from Wales. Some of them have come via Qatar, so slightly longer flight for them. But it's good to get a little run in, get those stretches going.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, it's the direct flights into Cape Town or via the Emirates or Doha? Is that the route?
The majority of the guys flew direct. A couple of them, like myself, flew Heathrow to Doha and then Doha down to Cape Town. Slightly longer flight, but it was enjoyable. It's a very, very nice flight. It's very nice. And Doha, lovely airport. Spent 8.5 hours there. So,
you hugged the yellow teddy bear?
No, there was a lot of people there. It looks a little bit strange to me, that teddy bear, but everyone seems to enjoy it.
Yeah, it was my flight in 2019 as well, Heathrow via Doha. Definitely the yellow teddy bear, quite an attraction, and obviously the FIFA World Cup it's going to arrive there in a couple of weeks' time. So lots of excitement in that part of the world.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's football, though. You know, we're talking about a proper sport here.
100% there, Nick. Couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more.
Wales winning a free hit just outside the D. So everyone's got to make sure they are 5 from this. Just waiting for the ball to be returned over to the far side of the pitch so Wales can take their free hit.
That's a great interception there, just the commitment. It's impressive to see the commitment from these guys, regardless of the age, just still throwing their bodies, you know, around the park and throwing in the lunges. We saw one earlier where he was never going to win the race, but still put it on the afterburners, and coaches just love that commitment.
Yeah. completely. And again, it's a testament to the fitness of these guys. They might be over the age of 50, but you know, as we said earlier, these guys still have better fitness than people half their age, which is fantastic to see. And it shows how much, you know, this sport means to them, that they're willing to throw themselves at the ball, dive to make that interception, or dive to just get that tap in at the back post, because it is a game which they want to win. You know, they're not here to have a party. They're here to play some serious hockey.
Nick, I can assure you, all these guys their competitive levels are absolute next level. As we see, that is what we're talking about. Still getting stuck in. As Walsh lose a player for 2 minutes, green card showed by the umpire. That's exactly what we're talking about. These guys would have played at their highest level, going up, and the body might not be moving as before, but the mind and the heart remains as competitive as ever.
Definitely, they were not pulling out of that tackle whatsoever, but unfortunately it's earned him 2 minutes on the sideline. But it's still that commitment. That's what we'd like to see. And again, unfortunately, ball just bouncing off the that stick there, out of play, and giving the ball back to Malaysia.
Nick, and I think we all know, once a sportsman, always a sportsman. You just hate losing.
Exactly.
Absolutely hate losing.
No matter who you talk to as a sportsman, they might say, "Yeah, I'm just here to enjoy myself, here to play the game."
Once you cross the white line,
you want to win. Afterwards, you know, you shake hands. That's brilliant control there, down by the Malaysian player, but it just comes out to the Wales. But Malaysia get it back, entering the shooting circle. Good tackle there, but it's a short corner, penalty corner.
That was created by that great stop there by Malaysia. For all money, it looked like he wasn't going to be able to control it, but he managed to do that. And it's Malaysia with a short corner now. And what do they have up their sleeve?
Let's have a look. Wales feeling a little bit of grief there. They don't think that was a foot, but the umpire has said penalty corner, so a penalty corner it is. There's no reviews, so you just have to play what's given, play the whistle. And that's something which you always try and instill in the youngsters. Always play the whistle, don't stop, don't appeal, just get on with the game, let the umpires do it. So here we go, Malaysia with the injection. It's gone to the second castle, Malaysia, flick, and it's a goal.
That is the opener that the game's been waiting for. Just a little bit of deflection, putting it over the stick of the Welsh goalkeeper. And it is the boys in yellow that have taken the lead. And this is probably just what this game needs.
Yeah, this should hopefully galvanise Wales to push on and make sure they take their opportunities. It's not a bad routine by Malaysia, but it's just that little touch in front of Craig Jones in the Wales goal that just took it up and over him. He looked to have it covered, but that little deflection, and as a keeper there's nothing you can do when it's a couple of yards out. So he can't blame himself at all with that. I know he'll be upset, I know he'll be gutted that he's conceded, but as a keeper you can't, there's nothing you can do that. And there we go, it's a stick tackle there, and it's green card, first card there for Malaysia.
Both teams reduced to 10 men, or has the Welshman come back on the field again?
I think Wales are back up to 11, yeah. Malaysia come away, good tackle there. Wales pouring back in numbers just to make sure they're not going to get overloaded by the Welsh attack. Malaysia still playing on. There's a foot, but good advantage played by the umpire. Still with Wales.
Surely will be a test of character, Wales. They wouldn't have expected to be the team trailing in this game. But that's where they find themselves right now. And got to dig deep here to find that equaliser.
Well, they've got the one-man advantage at the moment, so hopefully they can push forward and create some chances. Just trying to thread that ball through one too many Malaysians. And just getting cut out there. So free hit to Malaysia. And it gives them a chance to reset, get their shape back. Spreading the play out wide to the far side of the pitch. Guys are running, so he's playing that long ball. Ooh. And Wales just letting it go past the Malaysian player. Couldn't quite get on the end of it, so it's a 22. for Wales. Gives them a chance now to clear their lines, to reset. And they're probably going to come to the near side here. Just spread the play a little bit wider. Plenty of space while they're a man over. And it's just a case of really taking advantage of that extra space whilst they can. It's a lovely ball out to the far side. Wales on the attack as they approach the 22. They've got options. Tries a long ball in. Again, it's just cut out by Malaysia on the top of the D. But Wales still have it back. Attacking down the right-hand side of the pitch now. Down into the corner for Wales. Looking for his options. Chance for Wales. Oh, unfortunately, he's just missed it. The bobbling ball.
Just seemed there was no composure there at critical moments where it fell to two Welsh players who had the opportunity, but just not sticking it home when the chances arise.
No, their eyes lit up and they both swung at the ball and both unfortunately missed it. Yeah, the bit of lack of composure. They probably had time to stop it and then pick your spot from that far out. Decide which corner of the goal you want to put it in, but again,
I think it's the realization that I'm playing on television here.
Yeah, some of these guys won't. This will be their first time on being streamed across the world. A lot of pressure there for them, but I think that'll probably be the last thing on their minds at the moment. Focus completely on playing this. Again, long ball tried to be played in, but cut out by Malaysia, and Malaysia coming away with the ball. Wales tracking back. And again, Malaysia, they're just finding that space. Number 13 there had quite a few yards to control that, but it's just bobbled off his stick, and it's given the ball back to Wales again.
Nick, it is wonderful though the fact that these games are being streamed globally. You back at home, you can have a watch no matter where you are, whether you're in Kuala Lumpur, Cardiff, Langkawi.
Yeah,
you can watch these games, and just a wonderful initiative that the technology does provide these days.
And it's great to see such exposure for the Masters scene of hockey as well, because you see a lot of hockey for like the men's national teams, the European Championships, all that kind of stuff, but at Masters level, and slight collision there as the Welsh player got just caught in the head as the Malaysian player tried to go through. It's a great tackle, got low, got himself steady there, and the Malaysian player just unfortunately clipped him in the head as he went through. But free hit there to Wales, and they're just going to stop the time just to make sure he's okay. But as we're saying, Masters hockey is absolutely massive, and it's growing more and more. And we've had the World Cup earlier this year in Nottingham for the over 35s and the over 40s. We've got the boys out here in Cape Town for their World Cup. And then we've got, I think, the over 70s, the over 75s, they're due to play in Tokyo later this year for the World Cup as well. So many age groups, so many teams, and it's fantastic to see players of all ages still participating in the sport that they love.
It's amazing that you can have age groups over 70 and 75. Wonderful to see these guys still active and showing their grandkids how to do it.
Well, it's great because my father plays for the over 75s, so I get to watch him playing for Wales. So my grandfather, he played hockey for Wales as well, so I was just very proud to be able to follow the tradition of the family and play for the Dragon and represent the country out here.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful stories. This is the insight that Nick Reynolds brings to the commentary box. Fantastic lineage there. Royal lineage in hockey there, should we say.
And slightly misplaced pass there from Wales, just giving the ball back to Malaysia. But it's wonderful to see so many Welsh players. When you think how small a country Wales is, to have sides representing all the way up to over 75s is absolutely fantastic.
I think we are situated in the suburb of Observatory here in Cape Town, and that's as big as Wales, let alone Cardiff. So definitely a wonderful achievement. Loving the passion across all sports, whether it's hockey, rugby, football, in that part of the world.
It's played with passion. It's
always a lot. As Wales go into the D, we thought there might have been a short corner, but the umpire rules the opposite direction.
Yeah, it looks like it just caught the foot of the Welsh attacker. But you're right, initially I thought that was going to be a short corner. Lovely ball in. That's that long ball again for Malaysia. As Wales getting numbers back. But Malaysia just win the free hit there. Well, I thought that they won the free hits. But the umpires waving play on, so Wales... everyone stops for a minute, which goes back to what we said earlier, just play the whistle. Don't stop, don't appeal, just play on and let the umpires do their job.
Moment, if you missed it earlier, still Malaysia leading by 1-0 through deflection from a short corner. And it's the Welsh, they're the ones chasing the game. But lots of time left, we still just in the second chukker. And haven't reached halftime yet, so no reason to panic. As we've seen in this game, the action moves from end to end within a few seconds.
Yeah, there's been a lot of long balls played, which is great because it's allowing the play to get from one end to the other, get those attacks going. But as we said, you know, you've got to, if you're going to play that long ball, you've got to make sure as a defending team that you're aware of where that high player is. As the ball gets into the Malaysian D, but Malaysia just bring it away. Got a bit of time on the ball. That's the Wales, 3 Wales players around him. Watching the 3D skills. And Wales win the free hit, quickly taken. Nicely picked up on the edge of the D. A bit of skill there, there's a foot, and just the free hit to Wales just outside the D. Welsh attacker slightly aggrieved, but the umpire tells them to bring it forward because it was just a couple of feet outside the D. So everyone's got to be 5 here, the ball's got to go 5, can't go straight into the D. And that was a bit of a waste, to be honest with you. Again, the long ball's played out, and that Malaysian player's got away, could commit, oh, that's unfortunate, it's good commitment, sliding there to try and get to it, but it's just eluded him.
You spoke about the picking up the high-lying striker earlier between Spain and the Alliance side. I'm not sure if you were here, Nick, but the goalkeeper, the striker was lying that high that he was actually behind the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper hadn't noticed and just lifted his foot, and it was an easy tap in for the Spaniard.
I've seen that happen a couple of times, and it's very unfortunate. But as a keeper, and as we say, and a defender, you have to know where your players are, and your keeper really needs to be telling you. He needs to be shouting at the defenders.
That is the half-time hooter that you've heard there. It's Malaysia who took the lead through the short corner in that period, and it's all to do for Wales in the second half. They'll have a good chat, and equally Malaysia just work out a way how to maintain and absorb the pressure. We'll see you in a short bit.
before 1-0 down.
If do have a possibility there for Malaysia, but Wales have tracked back. If you were the Wales coach, what would you be saying at halftime to the boys? Just what would the message be to get back into this game?
Keep up the intensity. You're playing well. Just a little more composure in front of goal. You know, just take a second, stop the ball, and finish the ball.
That's exactly what Wales were missing in this first half. They had created chances that there really was there, and that could be opportunity possibly just maybe see a few more red shirts in the Malaysian half.
Yeah, I thought Malaysia got away a little bit with that stick tackle there, but Wales took the ball quickly, keep on the attack, press the advantage whilst the Malaysians were still making their way back. But Wales down in the corner there, short corner for the stick tackle outside the D. And Malaysia look a little bit aggrieved, but I don't think they've got much argument for that one. We could hear it from up here on the far side of the pitch, the clash of sticks there. So penalty corner to Wales. It's their first of the game. Let's see what they can do.
This is the opportunity that they've been waiting for early in the second half.
I was with the boys earlier when they were practicing their drills and they were looking pretty slick. So hopefully that earlier practice will translate into a goal here for them. Umpire just making sure that everyone's behind the line on the defence. It's a good strike by the Welsh. The keeper was down, logging early, ball straight into the pads, cleared away by Malaysia, but a little bit dangerous, so penalty corner re-awarded, so Wales get a second opportunity.
We were just speaking about the goalkeeper logging, and that's exactly what he did. Made the save, and he's probably going to have to do it again. Although I do think Wales probably have a little bit more up their sleeve on this occasion.
Good injection. It's bobbled a little bit into the D. It's got a strike away, but well blocked. Wales just trying to fight their way through, but Malaysia clear it away, and now they're breaking. The Wales boys have got to work back, so they're not overloaded. But there's red shirts back in numbers here. And Wales back on the attack. They win the ball back, spread wide to the far side.
Intensity has increased in the second half. The tackles and the energy has just levels been raised here. And that's what forces the defenders into making mistakes when somebody's running at them at pace.
Yeah, this is running at pace. If a little bit of skill, then there's not much you can do. You can just got to try and get your stick down, get strong, and it's just bounced up a little bit. It's a bit of a clash of sticks, and it goes Malaysia's way, so they can reset, get their shape back, and clear their lines. So as a defender, you don't want an attacker running at you with pace. You want to be able to just funnel in where you want, slow him down, because some of these guys very skillful. Malaysia using the aerial ball again, coming out wide, bit of a bounce, and Malaysia just missing the control there, so gifting the ball back to Wales. But we've seen that a lot more from the Malaysian side there, not afraid to throw these big aerials over the top, left to right and front to back, and it has caught Wales out a couple of times with that high striker. But Wales on the attack into the 22, trying to fight his way through. A free hit's been awarded to Malaysia. Wales a little bit aggrieved again, but I think that's a fair shout. Bit of clash of sticks. Long ball down the line from Malaysia, just runs out just over the halfway line, so Wales will get the free hit from the side. We've seen a lot more of the attack so far in this third chukker has been in the Malaysian half and the Malaysian 22. Wales just need to find that final telling pass and that little bit of composure just in front of goal in order to level this game up.
It's Wales on the ball in the centre of the park. Good little tummy. Don't think it was intended, but goes out wide anyway.
That little knowing smile on the Welsh attacker's face there. Cheeky little grin.
He gave it away. That's how he gave it away. Looked like the perfect dummy that he sold. And I think sold himself in the process with a smile.
Well, it was good. The Welsh player on the overload there, so they had the attack, but it's just petered out, and it's back with Malaysia again. Again, the ball's just bobbling off his stick there. And the pitch doesn't seem that bobbly. It's just, I think, it's bouncing a bit on these sticks. Good bit of skill there from Wales. Trying to come in, sticks clashing there. They're still appealing, but it's play on. Ball into the 22, Wales on the attack. And they get another penalty corner.
Real good pressure here exerted by Wales. They've managed their third short corner in this third chucker already. So definitely got the message at the halftime break. They've got to come out with a little bit more urgency, and that's exactly what they've done. Now they've got to convert the pressure into points.
So we've had 2 short corners for Wales. Both of them have been just straightforward strikes. Are we going to see something different? Are we going to see a drag flick here from the Welsh? The way he's set up at the top, it says to me he is going to try and drag this. Just need that nice, fast injection, clean trap, and that long drag to see whether we can put one away here for the Welsh. Again, the ball's just bobbled on that trap. First shot in, strike again, and it's just wide of the goal. Just Wales have struggled a couple of times on just trapping that ball as it comes out on these penalty corners, and it's just giving the Malaysians that bit of time to get out there and to make these blocks. I don't know if it's just in front of where they're trying to trap it every time. It seems to be bobbling, so maybe they want to step over to the right a little bit more centrally, just to you know. The pitch is probably flat, but it's just superstitious now. You're thinking, is it going to bobble it every time it comes out here? Nice little 1-2 there between the Malaysians. Wales just making the tackle. Bit of confusion here between the umpires as to which way this free hit's going. But it's been awarded to Malaysia. Malaysia again with the long ball over the top, but just a little bit too close to the Welsh player, and the umpires ruled that as dangerous. So free hit to Wales, just about on the 22 in the Malaysian side, attacking side. Let's see what Wales can do with this.
It's been all Wales in this second half thus far, as they look for the big rubber ball into the D. It gets the deflection off the post. Malaysia living dangerously here, looking for the aerial route to relieve some of the pressure.
Again, but that aerial was straight to a Welsh player and gives it back. And Wales carrying with the attack. Wales into the D, and it's just rolled away there. I did think it was going to get stopped for a minute there, because the Malaysian number 10 looked like he just clocked one in the side of the head there. But Wales took it quickly. The umpires were quite happy to allow play on, and eventually it just petered out, gone over the back line, so Malaysia get the chance to just take it out from the back. Are we going to see another aerial over the top? And the answer is yes. Long ball downfield. This time there's no one from Malaysia there, so playing for placement. That's gone out, I think, on the sideline right in the corner. So if you're going for possessional play or for distance, put it in pretty much the best place you could.
It does seem that that's Malaysia's only option at the moment. Just throwing the big aerial ball, just wanting to play down deep in the Welsh territory, but not able to collect the second ball like they were in the first half.
And that's true. In the first half, and when they were throwing these aerials, they had the attacker and they were throwing them to the attacker. But it seems they've just been throwing them just to get a bit of pressure off themselves, give themselves a bit of breathing space at the back so they can reset. They seem to have been just quite aimlessly thrown.
does seem that the superior fitness of the Welsh, as you spoke about, Nick, starting to pay off, because the links aren't moving anymore, the Malaysians.
No, the Wales boys are supremely fit, and they will keep running and running all game long. And as we said earlier, the advantage of having these rolling subs means that you can get a fresh pair of legs on anytime someone's feeling a little bit tired, and just keep that high intensity up. Malaysia looking to cool. They could have spread it left there. They had the man over, but a bit of pressure from Wales. Bit of space now on the right-hand side from Malaysia as they're coming in. Ball into the D. Let it go, and it just runs over the back line. So Wales can take it out. They take it quickly, taking it to the far side. Right-hand side as they're attacking. Plenty of space here as we place the ball down the line. Comes inside. Again, pass just a little bit too close to the Malaysian player, allowing him to get that tackle in. As Malaysia get out of the way, just to relieve a little bit of pressure, but it has been, this game, the second half has been played predominantly in the Malaysian half. The pressure from Wales is relentless. They just keep coming back.
Do you think if Wales just if they just maintain what they've been doing, the goal will come, the equalizer will come. They just got to remain patient. That's the key when you are chasing the game. Just trust your processes, trust your basics, and know that if you keep doing what you're doing, you will find that opening.
Definitely, it's quite interesting to see there that Wales were allowed the ball pretty much in their own half. There's no Malaysian players there, but Malaysia now on the attack. They got 4 players. Wales have got enough players back, but the ball's found. Waits for Malaysian attacker in the middle. Good save by the keeper coming out. Clash of sticks, but umpire says play on, so Wales get to bring it away. And that's another opportunity there for Malaysia, which really you would have thought they would put away, but good defence there from the Wales to bring it away.
It does seem that Malaysia are looking to play on the counter attack. Then they've absorbed plenty of pressure throughout the day, and then almost out of nowhere they had created a one-on-one, and it required a big save by the Welsh keeper, who seems to be a bit chuffed by the save.
It's unfortunate. It's a good idea there to try and spread the ball wide, just a little bit ahead of the Welsh player. Couldn't quite get a stick on it and bring it in. So Malaysia hoping to keep it out of their 22 now, but Wales are pressing quite well, as opposed to the Malaysians, who didn't have anyone in the Wales half when Wales had their 22. So they're 1-0 lead. They're quite happy to sit back and absorb the pressure. Throw the long ball again over the top. Taken down nicely by the Welsh player. Bit of pressure there. A little bit of contact from the stick there, but the umpire's quite happy to allow that to go. Ball still with Wales. I know that's something from the umpires meeting. The umpires are looking to allow the game to flow as much as possible, and not keep blowing the whistle. They want these games to be nice and fast and flying, not blowing every single thing. If there's a clear advantage there, then they'll allow it to play. Wales attacking down the left-hand side. Bit of space down in the far corner for Wales, and it just went over the line there. And you can hear what the Welsh support contingent think of that decision. But the umpire was right on the line there. He had a clear view. Again, the aerial ball from Malaysia taken down. Malaysia get the... umpire wasn't quite happy with where that was taken from. Malaysia looking to take it quickly and break, but it was a little bit too far up the pitch for the umpire, so he's taken it back a little bit, back into their half.
Always amused about how the umpires wanted to be taken on the exact spot of the infringement.
Nicely picked up by the Welsh. Plenty of time in the middle now to bring it away. Just getting his head up, brings it to the left. Now Wales have got space to come forward. Long ball looking for the man down in the corner. Nicely picked up.
Done really well there to get his feet just around it, played it on top of the D. But an interception by yellow shirt once again, and just turned over very easily those by the Welsh.
And they win the free hit just inside the Malaysian 22. So let's see what they can produce from here. A couple of Welsh players unmarked at the moment. The Malaysians coming back now, picking up those men in the D. As Wales passing it backwards and forwards, looking to find a way through. And again, the ball just slightly too far in front of the Welsh attacker. Couldn't get his stick on it, and it rolls over the back line. So Malaysia can have their 18-yard hit and clear their lines. Give themselves a breather, give themselves a chance to reset. Just looking to see where he can put it. Are we going again? The aerial ball is used, coming out, controlled this time on down below us. Picked nicely by the Welsh. Spreads it to the middle of the play. Wales can attack now, looking to go right. If they can get their legs going, bit of a drive on. Entering the 22 now, looking to play the ball into the D. Just hits a Malaysian foot. So it's free hit to Wales. Again, just trying to put that ball down into the corner, just ahead of the Welsh attacker. He couldn't wrap his stick around it. So it's back with the Malaysians. And what do you think? We're going to see another aerial out from the back here?
I think that's the only option for the boys in yellow and black, Nick. They've seemed to be bereft of any further ideas.
I'll put my money on it.
Not taking you to the casino, Nick. Not taking you to the horses, to the races.
Well, he did get it off the ground a little bit.
A little bit. We'll give you. I don't think the bookie was going to pay out though.
And this is why I don't gamble.
Not taking him down to the races at all. But that is the hooter for the end of the third chukka. Good display by Wales, but they still haven't managed the equaliser, and it's Malaysia who still lead by 1 goal to 0.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people is just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
Because the wind's blowing towards us, it's not blowing down the actual mic. What have we got? Yeah. Be interesting what's picked up on those mics though, blowing into the wind, facing into the wind.
Welcome back to Hartleyvale Beer. It's the Malaysia versus Wales, the final chukka. Wales leading by, at least trailing by 1 goal to 0, Nick.
Yep, Wales looking for that equaliser. They've had several opportunities, just a couple of penalty corners saved and a couple of opportunities which have been missed in front of goal. Clash of sticks there, Wales winning the free hit and now taking it quickly. advancing, but Malaysia have got quite a few defenders back here. Wales seem to not have many options there, but they win a free hit. Looking to decide where to go, he goes to his left, but again there's a lot of yellow shirts between him and the goal. But a penalty corner to Wales. Ball played into the D, lifted, came off the Malaysian stick, lifted. The umpires there has originally ordered, gave a penalty corner, but has subsequently reversed that. Just a free hit to Wales as the infringement was outside the D. Wales still looking to attack here. Just not enough ball speed there, unfortunately, but it's a Malaysian foot, so Wales still retain the ball just outside Wales, the Malaysian D. Long ball in, picked up again, clash of sticks.
Nick, it might be chilly up here, but the action is definitely heated up after the park as the tackles are flying in now, and lots of stick collisions, and the referee's just needing to keep a lid on it here. As we said, no matter what the age, remains competitive with Malaysia just getting behind the Welsh defence here.
Good alert goalkeeping there to see that ball coming through and getting there before the Malaysian attacker and just keeping it down on the clearance to save the Welsh defence after just missed the aerial ball through. But Malaysia still playing that long ball over the top. Malaysia on the attack again. Ball just outside the D, still with Malaysia. He's trying to thread his way through. Clash of sticks, umpires got the way play on. Good tackle there by the Welsh defender. Bring it away now. Surrounded by two Malaysian players looking for a way out. Lovely ball across the pitch there. And Wales have plenty of men over here so they can drive forward into the Malaysian half. Ball played to the centre. Plenty of space here for Wales as they're driving forward. Again, just that final pass, just a stray of the Welsh attackers. Two of them now harassing the Malaysian defenders. Oh, and unfortunately, the Malaysian attackers just lifted that one, trying to clear it. Completely unintentional, but he's caught the Welsh player. So free hit to Wales just outside the D. Wales take it, looking to play it into the D. Ball is in, it's cut out by Malaysia, but it's over the back line, so it's a long corner to Wales. As you can probably hear, it's a little bit windy here, but Wales trying to come through, and that's a penalty corner there for Wales as Malaysia tried to clear it, completely missed the ball, and just took the Welsh stick instead. So here we go, this is penalty corner number 4 for Wales. All 3 so far have been saved. Let's see what they can do with the 4th one. As we were saying earlier, it just needs a nice clean trap. The last 2 traps for Wales on the top of the D have just bobbled, haven't had that opportunity. So 2 castles set up for the Welsh, waiting for the injection. It's out to the left-hand castle, drag flick attempt, and it's a goal for Wales. They've equalised. Fantastic work, fantastic drag flick there.
That is the goal, that is the equaliser that Wales have been looking for.
However, it looks like we've got a head injury there. The Welsh attacker going in, following the ball in. It looks like he might have caught a stick there on his way through. But as we were talking about earlier, that's the commitment from the boys at this level. They're still not afraid to dive in there, to put their bodies on the line to try and get that goal. But levels it up at 1-1 here for Wales. And you think the way that the Welsh are playing at the moment, with the way they're attacking, the pressure is all on Malaysia at the moment. Wales are in the ascendancy, so we'll see whether or not they can go on and get the win here.
That is very well deserved. They've been pushing and they've been pushing, and they've managed to get that equaliser.
As we were saying earlier, you know, nice clean trap there. The ball didn't bobble in front this time. And the drag flick working this time. They've had a couple of strikes on goal. This time they decided to go with the drag flick, and it pays off. They get the goal they've been looking for, and they've deserved for all the pressure they've had in the last 2 to 3 chukkers. So substitution, obviously due to the head injury, applauded off by his teammates and the Welsh support as well. Hopefully that's nothing too serious for him.
It'll be interesting to see the response of Malaysia now. They've been sitting back on this lead of theirs, and they now have to, if they want to all 3 points, they've got to go out and look for the winner.
They do, but the way Wales are playing at the moment, you'd think that if it's going to go any way, it's going to go for Wales, because they have been attacking, they've had so much time on the ball, there's so much pressure in the Malaysian half, and in the Malaysian 22. Yeah, Malaysia are going to have to do something different if they want to get the win here. So Wales just putting on a foot there, just breaking it down, just a chance for them to reset. Takes it himself, plays the long ball out to the right-hand side, nicely picked up, but he's just lost control of it, giving it to Wales, but a good tackle coming in from the Welsh attacking there, spreading it to the left. Wales driving into the D, there's a lot of stick tackles there, and another penalty corner for Wales. And I don't know if you can hear that on the effects mic, but all you could hear there was stick on stick on stick. So the umpire really had no choice but to award a penalty corner there. So here we go. Are they going to go for the drag flick again? It's worked. It's given them their goal. The strikes haven't so far. The drag flick has. So and looks like they're lined up. Looks like they are going to go for a drag again.
Definitely seems that Wales have the momentum. The flick comes in, but it's a comfortable save by Malaysia. But the momentum shift has definitely happened, and it's all the team in red at the moment.
And another penalty corner awarded to Wales there. It's a good drag flick straight down the keeper's throat, but the keeper got a glove on it, but it was deemed a little bit dangerous in clearing it away. The ball was a bit high, so Wales get the penalty corner again. So are they going to go with the drag again? Go to the first castle with a drag flick, or are they going to go to the right-hand castle for the strike? First castle, it's a bad trap again, but he's got the drag flick in. Good save by the keeper. Ball's bouncing around. And the free hit's given to Malaysia there. Again, we saw that, just that little bobble just in front of the players. He's trying to trap that one. It means he doesn't get that clean trap, and he can't get that nice long drag on it.
The way Wales are pushing now, they won't be happy if they don't actually go out and get that winner, because the momentum is definitely with them, and they're pushing for all 3 points.
Exactly. If you look at the stats, the majority of this second half, the third and the fourth chukker, has been played in the Malaysian half, and a lot of it has been in the Malaysian 22. But Malaysia on the attack now in the Welsh 22. Get a free hit just outside the D. Wales getting a lot of players back, flooding that D just to make sure that ball doesn't get through. Malaysia taking down to the back line. Ball's put in, but not quite square enough, and it goes out the back, and Wales can clear it away. But Wales have just got to be very careful. Whilst they're doing all this attacking, they just can't get caught on the break with that long ball over the top, beating that last defender. This happened a couple of times in the first chukker, and it happened again in the third chukker, and it's only been the keeper. But Wales just clearing that one away. Malaysia had the opportunity. The ball was played into the attacker. He thinks there's a bit of a stick tackle there, but the umpire ruled no, took the ball. So Wales can bring it away. But as we're saying, Malaysia love playing this ball over the top, love the aerial, and the Welsh keepers got them out of trouble a couple of times here by getting to that ball as it's eluded the defenders, and just before the Malaysian attacker. Again, Malaysia incorporating the aerial ball out from defence. Reverse stick pass up the middle. Welsh defender just lets it go. There's no chance of the Malaysians getting there. Legs weren't quite there. It is the fourth chukker. And whether or not the fitness is telling here. The Welsh boys are still running. Malaysians don't seem to quite have the pace they had in the first two chukkers.
Wales definitely playing the long game here, knowing that it's 4 chukkers. They've got to come out and win the game at the death, as they're looking to do here. We saw earlier America winning it in the final 2 minutes. And that's exactly what Wales are looking to do here, as they get a short corner.
Yet another stick tackle in the 22, but the umpires had enough of these stick tackles there, and it's quite rightly awarded another penalty corner. Malaysia, they're complaining about it, but they really have no complaints. You can't keep stick tackling like that, especially in the 22. The umpire's made it very clear he's going to blow for it. He's made it very clear. He's going to award short corners, penalty corners. So here we go with Wales, penalty corner again. First Castle strikes in, great save by the keeper. Went down, Wales following up, and unfortunately he's missed the follow-up strike, so free hit, Malaysia can bring it away, but again, just ahead of the Malaysian player, so it rolls out, gifting the ball back to Wales. But it is the Welsh pressure, it is relentless. The boys keep on coming here. And Malaysia just need to keep soaking it up if they're going to get anything out of this game. Wales quite happy to take it back, round the back of the team. Plenty of options, left or right. And the Malaysians just sitting back, there's no high press from them here. Wales, ball straight down the middle, and now spreading it out to the left. There's a couple of players here for them. Again, ball's bobbling, but just off a Malaysian foot. So Wales take it quickly. Looking to spread the play out to the far side. Oh, he's let that go, but the Malaysian player came straight through him there, so quite lucky there wasn't a card there. Oh, and the tackles are flying in here, and again Welsh player's been caught there by the follow through. So yeah, it's a lot of flying sticks out there as the ball's played over the top. Wales control it. Not given 5 meters to receive the ball. That was made very clear to the players. You must allow the receiver 5 meters on these aerials, otherwise you're going to get blown.
This final chuck has definitely not been for the faint-hearted, Nick. Whenever Wales do get in that final third, it's they've just been met by a wall of yellow that's willing to take play or ball with him.
It's going to be interesting how many chips are taken out of these sticks at the end of the game there. You're going to need a bit of tape to repair some of these as the ball's played in. Matt on the far side, lovely ball in, lovely touch by the Welsh attacker. Couldn't quite get enough on it to deflect it past the keeper. But as we said, it is Wales, Wales, Wales here. As Wales again on the attack. The ball just tried to be played into deep, didn't quite get the touch to deflect it to his colleague. And
Actually thought it was a great save by the Malaysian keeper. He was wrong-footed. He thought it was going towards his left, and the deflection came, and to go
change
direction,
yeah.
and to just take it out on the right-hand side. Showed good agility there by the Malaysian goalkeeper. It's very difficult when you're on your balance, when you're on the one foot, having to move to the other.
Especially at that close range, your reactions to be able to just change direction, stick out a leg, stick out a glove, and just to get something on it, just to take the pace off it. So he did very well there. Whether or not Wales will feel that maybe they could have got a bit more stick on it, a bit more power on it. But again, those deflections, they are what they are. They either go in or they get saved. So Malaysia play it wide, bit of space for them here on the halfway line. Great tackle there by Wales. Bit of disagreement as to whose free hit it was, but Malaysia win it, and Wales. But Wales have intercepted it, looking for a way out. Long ball out, good cut out by the Malaysians though. So Malaysia back on the attack. Nice little touch there by the Malaysian attacker, but unfortunately there's no one coming through to follow up on that. So Wales just let it roll out of play. And the umpire is stopping time here. I think he wants to have a little conversation. And there's a card for the Malaysian player. The Malaysian attacker is going to spend some time on the sideline. Not quite sure what that was for, but the umpire blew the whistle straight away and has dismissed him.
That's only going to make the Malaysian challenge even more. It's going to be tougher for them in the remaining, just on about 5 minutes remaining.
Wales, unfortunately, their lovely ball to the attacker, and indeed just couldn't quite control it. He was in acres of space there. Whistle gone. Wales on the attack. But free hit to Malaysia. Ball thrown over the top again. Taken down by the Welsh.
Nick, I think if Malaysia do manage to share the spoils here, they'll be quite happy with that.
Yeah, they'll be very happy to come out of this with a draw after the pressure they've had to absorb in the last 3 chukkers. It has been relentless pressure from the Welsh. And they've had opportunities to win this. And I think Wales will be the aggrieved side if they don't get the winner. They would have thought they should have put this to bed a couple of times already. But Malaysia have had their opportunities as well. And Malaysia on the attack. Ball's found its way through to the attacker, and he's just put it wide, just to keep it to beat. Bouncing ball through 3 Welsh defenders, not being able to get the stick on it, and it found its way through to the Malaysian attacker, who had acres of space and acres of time, and unfortunately put it wide of the goalkeeper. And that would have broken some Welsh hearts there if he'd put that one away. So Malaysia back on the attack again. Plenty of Welsh defenders here, but he's got past one. He's still going, he's taken a second. Umpire's given play on. There's a Malaysian player over on the right hand side in front of goal. And again, he's put it wide, just the keeper to beat. The keeper's made himself look big, cut those angles down. And Malaysia, another missed opportunity to steal this game from the Welsh. And Wales need to switch back on. They've had the best of the last 3 chukkers, and it's just been their pressure constantly. For the last 2 or 3 minutes, Wales have just switched off and given Malaysia a couple of clear-cut opportunities at the back, which the Malaysians have not taken.
We're literally in the dying seconds of the game, Nick, and would have been a real sucker punch on the side of Wales, and it could be created here. The space is opening once more, and just not able to be picked up with a pass. Made good running across the circle, but the hooter should be going in a couple of seconds, not minutes. And both teams seem to be knackered. They all are. They've given it the all. What a clash that we've had. Arguably the most competitive game of the day thus far.
It has been. No one has left anything out there. You know, they've given everything. Well, still trying to push for this winner, but Malaysia are the ones who are finishing stronger here. They've had the more opportunities. The Welsh just need to keep their concentration and not give it away here. Malaysia still on the attack. His tackles missed. Takes it to the byline. Ball's played across. And that is a short corner, a penalty corner in the dying seconds.
What a turnabout around by Malaysia for all money here in the 4th chukker. It looked all like Wales were going to overwhelm them. But somehow they've just managed to gain a second win here in Cape Town. And they're looking to steal it at the death with a short corner.
Is this their first penalty corner of the game?
It could possibly be. I think they've just had one possibly in the 1st chukker down at the other end. But this is what World Cup hockey comes down to. It's basically the last hit of the game. As you hear, that is the hooter, and it's up to those 5 Welshmen in the box. They've got to keep out the yellow submarine.
The injection is a poor injection, and the strike is poor as well. So Wales survive.
And in the end, that's probably a fair result. Both teams giving it the absolute all. We've had a classic year at Hartleyvale. It's 1 to Wales, 1 to Malaysia. Nick, thanks very much for joining us. We hope to see you again.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me. That's brilliant. Thank you, mate. Absolutely love that.
Mate, anytime you want to pop in for any game,
yeah, I'll be over for a few of the games when the boys are playing. So.
Hopefully I get to do one of.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room, thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills, looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.